What's up guys, it's Monday, and this weekend at Universal Studios Orlando is Harry Potter weekend, a time where the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is highlighted and celebrated throughout the whole park. So with that taking place, it just feels like the perfect time to finally use this video script that I wrote like a year ago. Hey look, my laptop's now closed in this shot, and for any other inconsistencies that I may make in this video, I'm gonna apologize for that right now, and with that said, let's just jump right into it. The Sorting Hat in Harry Potter places new students or wizards and witches into their own house, where they'll be living and socializing in for the rest of their time at Hogwarts. It judges which house to put these kids in based on their values, whether that be loyalty, knowledge, power, or courage. But I got to wondering, does the hat sort the kids based on their values they'll have in the future, or the values they have at the time of sorting? Because for me, well, priorities change. I mean, I've been a different person. I used to be a Ravenclaw, I'm now a Hufflepuff, which are the best. But I have a whole video planned for that exact topic that's planned for a later date. For the purpose of this video though, let's say that the sorting hat goes off of your current values. Does this house member become molded by the house that it's placed in? Would, say, Harry Potter himself be a completely different wizard and person just because he was placed in Slytherin instead of Gryffindor? I would say, yeah, of course. The people that surround you determine the kind of person that you're gonna become, the things that you value in life and the things that you don't, especially during the youthful and growth-filled teenage years. So what I'm really asking here is, does this house style that Hogwarts chooses to go with actually benefit the students, or does it just make them less open to change? Sure, the witches and wizards are free to socialize and mingle with any of the students, but if you look at where they spend the most concentrated time, it's within their own house. They sleep with and eat with their own house, both of which are incredibly important to teenagers, both socially and physically. They go to classes with their own house, and they cheer for their own house in any activities or tournaments that may happen at Hogwarts. With the obvious exception of the Triwizard Tournament, which, you know, everyone kind of cheered for Hogwarts, except for, you know, the whole thing where they hated Harry because you have to read the book. And then if you look at who they choose to spend their free time with, it's almost always their own house. Sure, this can be attributed to their values being similar, but how would you know each other's values unless you went out and talked to them? That's in the real world. In the Harry Potter world, you know because of which house you're in. With the house system, you already know what someone believes, and if I don't agree with the beliefs of a certain house, I just won't talk to anyone from that house. Without even knowing it, subconsciously, this house system halts students from even meeting and mingling with other students. Even more true today than the day I wrote this script. It's so important to talk to people that don't agree with you. It's very important not to surround yourself with a bubble of people that just agree with you, and they're not going to say anything that's going to object to what you believe in. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like the whole world agrees with you and that your beliefs are valued. It's dangerous to believe that everyone shares the same thoughts that you do, because then you just assume that what you're doing is okay, when it's not. Understanding why someone thinks the way they do is just as important as you understanding why you believe what you do. Look, Hogwarts does a great job in its fictional world of creating an environment that's very safe for kids to blossom and grow. And that's very important in a place where a Dark Lord is kind of roaming around at all times and people are even afraid to say the name Trump. I'm kidding. Joe. What that environment doesn't do is encourage students to understand why others think differently from them. At least not on a large enough scale. That being said, I would still take Hogwarts any day over the school I'm currently going to. Guys, have a great week, and I will see you for the next one.
This isn't Hogwarts, this is a concrete box, and the pictures on the wall are never gonna talk, and the teachers don't care, and the kids don't try, and the most magical thing we have is fluorescent lights, and they don't put you into Hufflepuff if you're not cool. Instead they sort you in the parking lot after school. I think if I looked into the mirror of Erised, I'd be wearing wizard